My beloved child, the night is not as silent as it seems. Hidden footsteps are already making their way closer, carrying papers that hold your name, stamped with urgency. The truth you were never told is about to arrive at your door, and it will not knock softly, it will crash into your life. The officer does not come by mistake, nor is this visit a coincidence. What you thought was safely buried in shadows is now being pulled into the light. Every whisper, every plot, every betrayal that was hidden against you is the very reason this moment has been summoned. Do not tremble, for fear gives power to those who schemed against you. The warrant in their hands is not meant to destroy you, but to reveal who has been moving secretly behind your back. What you thought was loyalty may be unmasked as greed, and what you thought was friendship may stand revealed as betrayal. Tonight, the walls of silence are collapsing, and nothing can remain hidden anymore. My beloved child, listen carefully. The officer is not the enemy, the paper he carries is the mirror that will expose your true enemies. The warrant is not just ink on paper, it is a doorway. On one side is the chaos they tried to bind you in, on the other is the justice heaven prepared for you. This visit will show you names, faces, and truths you have been blind to for too long. Do not run from this. Do not close your doors. The moment you face it, the chains around your destiny will begin to break. Every false accusation will fall apart, and every truth you need to see will be brought directly to your hands. Someone you trusted tried to sign away your freedom with lies. But heaven did not allow their ink to dry without divine eyes seeing it. Now, the very attempt to ruin you will turn into the proof that saves you. Your name has been whispered in dark corners, but tonight, it will be spoken in light. And those who plotted against you will have no escape from the truth they created. The officer's arrival marks a turning point. This is not punishment, it is revelation. What they tried to bury will become your stepping stone to rise. Do not waste this moment. Watch carefully, for every detail in this visit is a message from heaven. What is written against you will soon be torn apart, and what is meant for your future will finally be revealed. My beloved child, your spirit has cried for answers, and tonight, they arrive at your doorstep in unexpected form. This is not the end, it is the breaking of chains, the collapse of deception, and the unveiling of your new chapter. And when the door opens, do not be afraid. Step forward, for the light of truth is standing right there with you. Sparkles, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Sparkles. My beloved child, the sound of approaching steps carries a weight you cannot ignore. The paper in the officer's hand is not ordinary. It is a signal that destiny has shifted. What was written against you in secret will now be forced into the open, and the one who tried to trap you will find themselves cornered instead. The officer may look stern, but the truth is on your side. The word stamped on that warrant will reveal a hidden betrayal you never imagined. Someone close to you thought they could escape consequences by pushing the blame onto you, but they underestimated heaven's watchful eye. Each line on that warrant has a story, and that story is not yours to carry. The weight of lies will return to the liar, and the officer will become the witness to their downfall. What is meant to break you will instead expose them, piece by piece. Do not fear this arrival, for it is the storm that clears the sky. When the officer reads your name, the heavens will echo with justice, and the very ground beneath your enemies will begin to shake. Behind this sudden visit lies a chain of choices made by greedy hearts. Someone you once trusted, someone who smiled at you, dared to put your name into hands of power. They thought the warrant would silence you, but instead, it will become the evidence that sets you free. The officer does not come to erase your future, they come to prove how strong your spirit truly is. This night, the mask of deceit will fall, and every false word will crumble into dust. The house that once held your silence will now witness the sound of truth breaking through. My beloved child, the fear you feel is only temporary. What they meant for your downfall will turn into your rise. You will stand stronger after this, and those who whispered lies will tremble at the sight of your survival. This is the hour of revelation. The warrant is not a weapon against you, it is the spotlight on those who betrayed you. Their names will be revealed, their actions exposed, and their intentions shattered in the face of divine justice. You are not alone in this moment. Every step the officer takes is guided by a hand greater than theirs. Every word they speak is allowed only because heaven wills it to be spoken. And every truth they uncover is for your deliverance, not your destruction. The one who wrote against you will feel their own handwriting turn into chains around them. The warrant they thought would bring you down will become their undoing. Justice may walk slowly, but tonight it runs swiftly to your door. Your name, though written on their paper, will shine brighter than the ink of their lies. And when the truth is spoken, no shadow will remain to cover what has been done against you. My beloved child, the world will witness this moment, not as your fall, but as your victory. The officer is only the messenger, but the real judgment belongs to heaven, and it has already declared you free. The warrant is nothing compared to the power of your destiny. Papers can burn, words can fade, but the promise over your life cannot be erased. Tonight proves that no human plan can silence the will of heaven. Those who thought they could use law against you will soon face a law they cannot escape, the law of truth. Lies collapse under their own weight, and betrayal destroys the betrayer first. The more they tried to bind you, the more they chained themselves. My beloved child, the sound at your door is not danger, it is deliverance. Let the officer read aloud what has been written, for in that reading, the lies will crumble, and the truth will roar like thunder. And when the storm settles, you will rise from the ashes, untouchable, unshaken, and unstoppable. My beloved child, the night grows heavier, and the air feels charged with something you cannot ignore. The knock that is about to strike your door is not an ordinary knock, it is the sound of destiny demanding to be heard. The officer carries more than paper, they carry the moment when secrets break wide open. You have walked through shadows long enough, surrounded by whispers and betrayal. Now those whispers will be forced into the light, and the betrayer will be dragged into their own trap. What was meant to strip you of peace will be the very thing that restores your power. Behind that uniform is not an enemy, but a mirror. The warrant is not meant to harm you, it is meant to reflect back the lies that were spoken against you. Every stroke of ink that was used to accuse you will become the evidence that convicts them instead. My beloved child, do not let fear drown you in this moment. This night is not the end of your story, it is the breaking of chains, the tearing down of falsehood, and the unveiling of the truth that has been waiting too long. The officer's arrival is not random. It was pushed forward by the very person who thought they could silence your voice. But heaven allowed this to happen so that their deception could finally be exposed. The closer the officer comes, the louder the truth begins to roar. And with every step, the walls built of lies shake and crumble. What once threatened to bury you will now bury them. My beloved child, your enemies thought they were clever. They signed documents, twisted facts, and placed your name where it never belonged. But tonight, their handwriting betrays them, and their own words become the chains that lock them in. This is the justice you cried for, the justice you thought would never come. The warrant they bring is not your downfall, it is your release. The officer's presence is the turning of the page in your story. No longer will you live under the shadow of hidden betrayal. The warrant is only a tool, but the power behind it is divine justice. What was covered in darkness will be uncovered, and what was plotted against you will be overturned. The time has come for the truth to breathe, and for the liars to suffocate on their own deception. My beloved child, do not resist this moment. Stand tall, even when your name is spoken aloud. Because once the dust settles, your name will no longer be tied to lies, it will be tied to victory. The officer may think they are here on duty, but heaven knows they are here on assignment. Every step they take tonight is part of the plan to free you from chains that were never yours to wear. Your enemies are restless tonight. They know what they tried to do is unraveling. They feel the fear you once carried, and their hearts race with the same trembling they wanted for you. The paper that once promised them power now holds their destruction. The ink they thought was permanent is turning against them, burning their schemes into ash. They never imagined that the same door they tried to close on you would swing wide open for justice. My beloved child, the time for silence has ended. When the officer reads the words, the truth will echo so loudly that even your enemies will not be able to deny it. Their faces will fall, their voices will stutter, and their plans will shatter like glass. This moment is not about punishment, it is about revelation. It is about showing you what you were blind to, and freeing you from what was chained to your destiny. My beloved child, the sound of justice is drawing nearer with every passing moment. The streets outside are no longer quiet, the air carries the vibration of authority, the echo of truth approaching your door. This is not just a visit, it is the divine unveiling of every hidden lie spoken against you. The officer is not walking alone, behind him marches the weight of every tear you cried, every sleepless night you endured, every wound you carried in silence. Tonight those cries are answered, and the tears you shed are about to be transformed into proof of your strength. What they tried to erase from your life will now be the very reason you rise higher. Do not think this moment is unfair. What feels like confrontation is actually protection. The paper in the officer's hand is not a weapon, it is the chain dragging the guilty into their own pit. What they intended for you has circled back and landed in their own destiny. My beloved child, breathe deeply and stand firm. Do not let the fear in your chest silence you, this is the night when your courage speaks louder than their lies. The warrant carries names, details, signatures, every trace of betrayal written in bold letters. But those names will not be yours. Those details will not define you. Instead, they will expose the one who thought they could destroy you from the shadows. The officer's words will strike like thunder, and the guilty heart will tremble. Those who whispered in the dark will realize their whispers have turned into shouts against themselves. Their lies are no longer safe. They are being dragged into the light, one by one. My beloved child, you are not powerless. Heaven placed you at this very moment so that justice could unfold before your eyes. What they thought was your downfall is actually your deliverance, and what they thought would humiliate you will exalt you instead. The house that carried your pain is about to witness your vindication. Every corner that felt heavy with silence will soon echo with the sound of truth breaking through. Do not run from this encounter, face it. The officer does not arrive to destroy you, but to guard you from what was secretly moving against you. His presence is proof that no lie can live forever. The one who schemed against you will find themselves locked in the very trap they designed. They forged your name, but tonight their own name will be engraved into the record of guilt. And once their face is revealed, there will be no escape from the justice that follows. My beloved child, this night may feel heavy, but it is also holy. It is the sacred moment when deception collapses, when masks are ripped away, and when your soul finally breathes the air of freedom again. The officer is not the enemy, he is the voice carrying the message that heaven has already spoken: you are free, you are innocent, you are chosen. The closer the steps come, the more restless your enemies become. They can already sense the walls of their lies closing in. Their pride is cracking, their courage is fading, and the very strength they boasted is dissolving like dust. The warrant they thought was their weapon is now their own chain. The power they thought they held has slipped through their fingers. And the judgment they wanted for you is now standing at their door instead. My beloved child, justice has taken its time, but it has not failed you. Tonight, everything shifts. Tonight, your story turns. Tonight, the officer does not just carry paper, he carries your freedom, your vindication, and the proof that you were never abandoned. When the warrant is read, it will not speak your downfall, it will declare your rise. My beloved child, the night has reached its turning point. The officer's shadow stretches long against the walls, and every step closer feels like thunder shaking the ground beneath you. This is not the silence of danger, it is the silence before truth explodes into your life. The warrant in his hand is more than words. It is the seal of destiny forcing deception to crumble. The one who tried to bind you has unknowingly signed their own judgment, and the officer is the messenger chosen to deliver it. Fear will tell you to hide, but courage must guide you to stand. Do not bow your head, for the weight of this paper is not yours to carry. It belongs to the guilty, and tonight, they cannot escape it. My beloved child, remember this: the closer the officer comes, the closer your freedom is. Behind that warrant lies the handwriting of betrayal. Someone you trusted placed your name in the wrong place, hoping to bury you in shame. But heaven watched their pen move, and tonight, that same ink is evidence against them. The officer's knock will sound heavy, but it will break open a new chapter. The lies they whispered in the shadows will echo back louder than ever, and their own voices will choke on the falsehoods they created. My beloved child, you may feel the tremble of fear in your body, but your spirit knows the truth. You were never meant to fall. You were always meant to rise, and this very night is proof of that unshakable truth. The warrant will not end you, it will end the false power they thought they had over you. The officer carries authority, but behind him walks heaven's army. Every word he reads will be guided, every detail he uncovers will be exposed by divine will. The mask your enemies wear will fall to the floor, and their hidden plots will finally burn in the light of justice. Do not let your heart break in this moment. This is not a punishment for you, it is a sentence for those who schemed against you. The fear they placed on you will return to them, doubled and unrelenting. My beloved child, tonight is sacred. It is the night heaven chose to turn every accusation into revelation. Their hands may have written the lie, but God's hand writes the final truth. And the truth declares you innocent. Stand still and watch as the very chains they tried to place on you are wrapped around them instead. The warrant is the end of silence. It is the book closing on the chapter of betrayal. It is the beginning of a testimony that will shake those who doubted you and strengthen those who stood by your side. The officer may arrive as a stranger, but in reality, he is a vessel of justice. His words will strike like lightning, his presence will break the walls of deceit, and his message will mark the start of your vindication. My beloved child, this is why you must not fear. What feels like confrontation is actually liberation. What feels like loss is actually the arrival of your breakthrough. And when the door opens, remember this, the truth is stepping in with him. My beloved child, the night is no longer silent. Every second that passes carries the weight of revelation. The officer's steps draw closer, echoing like a drumbeat of truth against the lies that tried to surround you. The warrant is not just paper, it is the sword that will cut through the web of deception. The one who thought they could control your fate has already lost their grip. Their pride, their greed, their betrayal, all of it will collapse when that document is revealed. Do not see this as danger, see it as destiny. The warrant does not hold your end, it carries their exposure. It is the mirror reflecting every false word back into the face of the one who spoke it. My beloved child, stand tall, for the hour of unveiling has arrived. The officer's knock will soon reach your door. It will not be a gentle sound, it will be firm, commanding, undeniable. That knock is the final call for your enemies to face the justice they never believed would come. Inside those papers lies the handwriting of someone you once trusted. They dared to sign away your peace, but tonight, their own signature will betray them. What they forged in secret is now evidence that cannot be erased. My beloved child, this moment may shake you, but it will not break you. For every lie they built against you, a greater truth has been waiting to rise. Tonight that truth will roar louder than their schemes ever could. The officer carries authority in his hands, but heaven carries the outcome in yours. You are not powerless, even though fear whispers otherwise. This visit is not a punishment, it is protection. What you thought was the end is actually the moment your enemies' masks fall. The officer may speak with sternness, but hidden in his words is your deliverance. His presence means the lies cannot live any longer. The one who plotted against you is already trembling, already unraveling, already exposed before the warrant even touches your hands. My beloved child, destiny has aligned this moment for your freedom. Do not resist it, embrace it. For in the storm of this night, your future shines brighter than ever. The warrant is not your downfall, it is their undoing. And when the officer finally reads those words, the air will shift. Those who doubted you will gasp in silence, those who mocked you will bow their heads, and those who betrayed you will have no ground left to stand on. This is the moment heaven prepared for, the moment when all the hidden chains break. The accusations meant for you will dissolve, and the truth will stand unshakable, undeniable, and eternal. My beloved child, you are stepping into a new chapter. The warrant may look like a storm, but it is actually the sunrise. The paper in their hand may look heavy, but it carries the key to your release. Stand still, for justice is not coming tomorrow, it is already at your door. My beloved child, the night is no longer silent. Every second that passes carries the weight of revelation. The officer's steps draw closer, echoing like a drumbeat of truth against the lies that tried to surround you. The warrant is not just paper, it is the sword that will cut through the web of deception. The one who thought they could control your fate has already lost their grip. Their pride, their greed, their betrayal, all of it will collapse when that document is revealed. Do not see this as danger, see it as destiny. The warrant does not hold your end, it carries their exposure. It is the mirror reflecting every false word back into the face of the one who spoke it. My beloved child, stand tall, for the hour of unveiling has arrived. The officer's knock will soon reach your door. It will not be a gentle sound, it will be firm, commanding, undeniable. That knock is the final call for your enemies to face the justice they never believed would come. Inside those papers lies the handwriting of someone you once trusted. They dared to sign away your peace, but tonight, their own signature will betray them. What they forged in secret is now evidence that cannot be erased. My beloved child, this moment may shake you, but it will not break you. For every lie they built against you, a greater truth has been waiting to rise. Tonight that truth will roar louder than their schemes ever could. The officer carries authority in his hands, but heaven carries the outcome in yours. You are not powerless, even though fear whispers otherwise. This visit is not a punishment, it is protection. What you thought was the end is actually the moment your enemies' masks fall. The officer may speak with sternness, but hidden in his words is your deliverance. His presence means the lies cannot live any longer. The one who plotted against you is already trembling, already unraveling, already exposed before the warrant even touches your hands. My beloved child, destiny has aligned this moment for your freedom. Do not resist it, embrace it. For in the storm of this night, your future shines brighter than ever. The warrant is not your downfall, it is their undoing. And when the officer finally reads those words, the air will shift. Those who doubted you will gasp in silence, those who mocked you will bow their heads, and those who betrayed you will have no ground left to stand on. This is the moment heaven prepared for, the moment when all the hidden chains break. The accusations meant for you will dissolve, and the truth will stand unshakable, undeniable, and eternal. My beloved child, you are stepping into a new chapter. The warrant may look like a storm, but it is actually the sunrise. The paper in their hand may look heavy, but it carries the key to your release. Stand still, for justice is not coming tomorrow, it is already at your door. Sparkles, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Sparkles. My beloved child, the silence before the knock feels heavier than thunder. You can almost hear the sound of destiny pressing against your walls, ready to break open everything that was hidden from you. The officer's shadow grows larger, and with it, the truth is preparing to make its entrance. This is not a night of destruction, it is a night of exposure. The warrant is not a curse upon your life, it is the light that will reveal who has been moving against you in darkness. Every secret is about to be dragged into the open, and those who betrayed you will have no place to hide. The closer the officer comes, the more restless your enemies become. Their lies are collapsing, their plans are crumbling, and their courage is dissolving into fear. What they thought would bury you will now bury them. My beloved child, stand tall, for when the door opens, justice will step in with it. Do not let panic steal this moment from you. What is written in the officer's hands is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to uncover what has been destroying you silently all along. The warrant carries evidence, proof, and names that were tied against you, but heaven has already marked the guilty. The one who thought they could frame you will face their own reflection in that paper. Their name will burn in shame, while yours will rise in truth. They signed their plot, but tonight, they signed their downfall. My beloved child, your enemies underestimated you. They thought you would collapse under pressure, but tonight proves you were chosen to stand. The very trap they built will collapse under their own feet, and the warrant will serve as their chain, not yours. This is not punishment, it is vindication. The officer is only the vessel, but the timing is divine. His knock is the sound of heaven saying, enough is enough. No more secrets, no more shadows, no more false accusations chaining your destiny. The lies that were crafted against you will now be burned away. The officer's words will carry weight, but behind them is a force greater than his own authority. It is the justice you have been waiting for, the deliverance you thought would never arrive. My beloved child, this is why you must not fear. The warrant is the breaking point for your enemies and the breakthrough for you. What they wanted for evil will be turned for your good in front of their very eyes. When the door opens, your truth will roar louder than every whisper spoken in darkness. Your enemies thought the night would belong to them. They laughed, they mocked, they believed their plan was untouchable. But tonight proves their arrogance was their downfall. Their silence will betray them, their eyes will confess before their mouths even speak. The warrant will not cover your name in shame, it will clear it. It will pull back the curtain they tried to hide behind. And once their faces are exposed, the world will know who truly stood against you. My beloved child, justice may have walked slowly, but tonight it runs straight into your house. The officer's presence marks the moment where truth triumphs, and betrayal is chained. The door is about to open, and with it comes the freedom you have long been waiting for.